Well, what's happening here? Why can I not? Oh, what? It helps. Did you notice I started with the end in mind? Totally funny. InShalla and Ashe. That took me a minute. Blessings to you once again, my energetic beings, and welcome back to today's daily snippet. Cracking myself up. It's a thankful Thursday, and I am your host, a practicing holistic medium and subtle energetic surgeon. My intention is to use the power of the indigenous technologies, our original divine blueprint, to navigate our soul's harmonic through the realm of the elementals, the elemental highway, into these imaginal realms with subtle energies, elements, and elemental beings, with offerings, rituals, and prescriptions to really add to your personal container. But my goal really is to truly merge the wisdom of these indigenous technologies with the subtle realms into the etheric highway to assist you into navigating your prime directive, your inner genius. Just reintroducing you to the magical being that I believe resides within each and every one of us. And I call myself a holistic Shah medium. My name is Tonya Dee, and welcome once again to my virtual medicine room. And it really is a thankful Thursday, or a Thursday to be thankful, isn't it? Maybe just like taking a breath and a pause. And in that moment, the moment of the pause, just take note of what you are thankful for and return that gratitude and those blessings out into the etheric realm. But I recently, like literally last night, I had an otherworldly download. So for those of you that are in need of an energetic sweep, a recalibration of your field, optimizing your body, matter to energy, and energy to matter, I will be hosting an online energetic sweeping or cleansing this Sunday at 11:11 a.m. Mountain Time. I will have the link up soon for that. If you're interested to participate or join, I'm going to explore more of that the day of the event. But the energetics, an energetic sweep. So it's like we're raising the bar of our inner value, our inner netted self, taking a stand of a higher self, leveling of our worth. So it really is time to take the stand and the time and the space, committing to our heart, the queen of our chalice, trusting and loving ourselves, and deciding to commit upon that trust and that love. So the decisions may feel a little bit like razor sharp in the investment to ourselves. So it's like being stern and moving forward with our ability to create and manifest, and just doing it through heartfelt love to manifest. And it's going to stick and be protected because we are trusting the investment, which is ourselves, investing in self, sharpening our vision, our third eye, I was just thinking of spidey senses, and having an understanding of our hardships, right? And seeing the solutions side by side of any situation. So with the moon in Aries, we're going to have a moment to moment of elevating our actions with our emotions. So it's like, are we emoting with integrity? It's two sides of the chalice. So it's integrity with spirit in alignment and integrity with our body, our vessel, our physical self in alignment. So as we climb these frequencies, flexing our spirit, these feelings, knowing who we are through and through, doing something in a new, profound way, possibly. And with that, if you haven't already, please be kind and do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tonya Dee. Hit the bell button so you too are notified when I go live. And also liking and sharing the videos if you don't mind. And just, it echoes out and it suggests me to like-minded musers in the universe, showing the love, sharing the love, along with other social channels like Instagram, TikTok, and my podcast, Musing with Tonya Dee, which is totally otherworldly. And if you too wish to dive deeper, head on over to my Musing corridor, where I have offerings to guide you into navigating your prime directive as well. And again, super excited as the countdown begins, or it's off to a countdown. the energy body demystified. And we are really actually in this space. So if you have a fear of not understanding your energy body, you're coming out of the spiritual closet, this is just a great way to actually begin that journey. It's all about baby steps. And actually the saving ends at the evening of the full moon at midnight. So there's some super juice there. And also, what's super exciting, this musing moon meditation, this new eclipse moon, it really is bringing in, I would say, the solar juice of Taurus, just elevating our ability to love and trust out into the cosmic highway and returning the rebound, I guess, 6 months later. So the flow is fluid. It goes out and it comes in like waves and frequencies, if you will. So really take the time, take the space to love and trust and love more and more of yourself and your garden. And being the energy of today, I'm actually going with my muse. I am a muse. So if you would like a memo for your day, just comment and share, and I will grab some insight for you as well, because you are a treasure. However, our first message coming up from this juicy deck is the queen. And it's not just any queen. This is the queen of materials. It's the manifestation. It's the physical. It's the earth. Materials are abundance of the energy of the earth. So it's like it's our material success. It's the journey of creating. It's prosperity and just being able to provide for those that we love. It's the enjoyment we get when we live our life fulfilled. The ability to ground into the earth, the elementals also, with gratitude and having comfort, having wealth, knowing our health, that is our wealth, and our happiness. So this is the magic of dirt. So the queen of materials is mothering. It's this nurturing energy. It's our financial wealth and gain. It's also unconditional love and trusting in the universe to provide lessons of lack or greed, scarcity, abundance, earth energy, grounding, responsibilities, those kinds of comforts. So it's the highway of fruiting. It's strong, it's loving, it's determined, it's being courageous. So the queen herself in her chalice, because all queens are in a chalice for me, is standing beneath a poster of her upcoming prosperity, even though she's otherworldly. So this is like the ascension premiere, the premiere of the ascension. And the other muses lovingly tease her about her larger than life self-promotion. But she knows that she must walk the talk in order to model or be a model of that path of self-love, self-acceptance. So she truly wants to nurture this in each and every one of us. So this path to wealth, health, joyful abundance, the unconditional love, what that means is she will always teach us how to do it for ourselves. Instead of simply gifting the prosperity, she's going to shower us with warm, nutritious meals, nutrient-dense, freshly dried linens to keep our spirits elevated and up. I don't know about you, but every time I wash my sheets, I can't wait to climb into bed. New, fresh, right? And just offering us a limitless supply of opportunities for both comfort and security, being rooted. So she's sharing a message of being not only just independent, but also accountable, responsible within our own safety net of life. So she's reminding us to lean on our family and nurture the village around us and to welcome in the prosperity, the success that is ours for actually the taking in the now. It's like the self-made, the self-believed. She's standing abreast herself in an image of this projected self of those manifested dreams and wealth. So it's a deeper investment of caring and a multitude of joys for sharing, right? Give and take. So compassion is hers. It's a special kind of earthly wisdom, a set of mind, a mindful set within our mind. But being that she's otherworldly, I sense that she's bringing in the juice from spirit, the ancestors, the other world. So sometimes we do feel unworthy of our chalice, but the chalice is ours for the taking. So there's zero need to go with an empty pour, if you will. Fill up the chalice. That's kind of what I see with that. And then we have 4 of voices, the voice, the star that we are. So 4 is energy, frequency, and vibration. It's innovation. So the 4 of the voice is also sleep. It's the need for deep rest and renewal and healing, Possibly we're at the edge of burnout. Maybe we need to slow down, taking time and space for our needs. So that's self-love. It's compassion. It's the retreat, creating our own retreat. The petals that are slumbering there, they're kind of swirling around. Can you see that swirling? They're kind of creating a pathway too. Noticeably enough, that would be a great little ritual offering. But the Muse of deep rest and healing is welcoming us to her starlight, the nebula of rebirth and renewal, offering us a getaway, a time away, so that we may escape the wheel of the hustle and the bustle and the chaos. So it's quickly, it so quickly becomes a pattern. We just do it. And she's spinning the web, a mix of stars and those petals, which is super juicy. So it's stirring in us the sweetness of waters, the elixir made from our wounds, both energetic, physical, emotional, and even spiritual. So she's inviting us to walk slowly across the bridge, to fall into the deepest of rest with her. It's almost like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, right? Sleep. So this is like the sweet creation of love. So we need to rest literally for our health. Sleep, for this is where all the energy to create on our path, that's where we're going to find it. So we have rest, sweet creation. So it's almost like we're on the edge, and it really is time for that pause and to take that slow down, that rest, pause in that space, reflect and wait, and then initiate and suspend kind of and watch life grow, if that makes sense. And then we have our final message. It's awakening. Message 20, which is trusting our feelings and feeling and trusting. These are the waves. So this is awakening to our divine nature. It's judgment even. Facing the music, ascension, accepting and forgiving our beautiful soul. It's this intrinsic expansion. It's being prompted. So rising above the clouds is where we're going to find the clarity within ourselves, in our past, in our actions, etc. All the juice there. But the key to the judgment, this awakening, this reckoning of our heart and memory is to be able to dish out the radical self-compassion, the radical forgiveness, to see ourselves as the beautiful spark of inspiration that we are. We're all divine. We are love. And when we open ourselves up to this beautiful truth, this magic, we then see that our flaws are rooted in our humanness. Beautiful soul, bright, shiny starlight, awaken to the magic that we possess in our heart. See our past as those incredible lessons that they were, possibly a history of beautiful and broken things that have brought you to the here, to the now, to this moment, to this space and place where we can actually bear witness to our own magical being inside, our magnificence, where the only judgment to be laid down is by our own honest heart, our heartfelt frequencies, where forgiveness of the spirit is really a remedy for our future, in essence. So what are we but ashes, fire, air, water, laced with pure magic, pure stardust, dusted with the prayer, right? So are you ready? Are you already ready? Feeling the magic of this eclipse, the threads? It really is a thing, I must say. I'm feeling into it. Super galactic juicy it appears. But on the elemental highway, coursing the waves of the elements, we're having a Yin Metal Pig of a day. We do not have any fire, and our metal isn't rooted. It's a Xin Hai of a day. We do have one Yang fire, I see, in the year branch hidden. However, the pig may just release that as well. The tiger and the pig kind of get juicy and giddy together, I must say. I'm musing here. That's kind of what those elementals do. But our day is kind of feeble. It's very weak, being that we have wet earth. That's really the most dominant element on the month. The earth is strong, but it's burying our day, literally in the ground. It's like the cemetery, burying the frequency, making it unable to shine. And the big water on the year, the yang water, that's moistening the earth, and it kind of is polishing our day, but our day is not rooted. We do need the sun, however, to warm up our day and also make it shine. Not a burning sun, just a nice cloudy day kind of sun. Because our day has the god of the performer. It's this global god, comes in from the year stem, and the different frequencies there, influencing our family lineage, that's the year stem, our heritage, our ancestors. But the reach is global, so it's worldly. Could be even otherworldly. So we have the potential to utilize these specific talents, being the performer, a performer super talent is being a natural performer. They really love being on the stage. They love being in the limelight. Some of the world's greatest singers, actors, politicians, they have this super talent, this super gift. So it's a unique chart feature, actually, that usually provides extraordinary creative capabilities for the person. So these abilities are mostly extroverted, like public speaking, acting, again, writing, singing, dancing. So people who have them, they're often exceptionally charismatic and very communicative. So these talents are usually front and central. What that means is they're usually the very first thing that you may see in a person, see their light. But not all of these talents, these super otherworldlies, they don't all have the same strength or the same power, if you will. In some cases, these talents, these gifts, can actually become so-called kind of annoying talents or gifts, bringing more bad than good, an annoying talent. What that does is it can lead people to addiction, spending money without control, possibly lying compulsively, scratching metal. So it's essential to have an expert to analyze the quality of each of these super gifts, these talents individually. And bear in mind that having a super talent in our charts, that really doesn't mean that we will become instantly or even globally famous. The overall condition of the chart, the elements and the timing, that's actually essential to see whether or when a super talent, a gift, may be activated or even more importantly, useful. But I don't bring the hour into the chart, so there's other little players that come in to the day as well. But being that our day is a performer, a super talent, a lot of them share a lot of the same traits as the original talent, which is our yin metal. So famous people with this performer, would you guess? I mean, just Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, Ed Sheeran, which is super cool, Jackie Chan, and Michael McConaughey, just to name a few. But our day represents kind of a yin metal. It's a shiny penny, shiny gems that are refined. But our day is in need of fire to create the dry earth, because our day is pretty moist. It's got water on the pig there and water on the heavenly stems in the year. So the trees are being nourished, apparently. Ideas are growing, the goals are activated. We need to get into the flow, right? We don't have any, we have limited resources in a way. So fire, I think, will be the elemental, and we don't have any metal. So our day is really a lone wolf in need of a pack. Communication, leadership, having the ability to perform, but more than likely they're performing alone, creating their own wealth. Maybe they're hibernating with their wealth, don't really have a lot of friends, apparently. So that we need to bridge this gap with metal and also bring in the sun. So if this was a person, I would probably recommend a yin metal as a mate or a yang fire, but a mutual blending of the elementals within a chart. Fire and metal and maybe a little bit of earth in that person would actually be magic for our day, this person, if I was reading the chart for a person. And the person would actually be a resource. Oh no, performance. The person would probably perform, sorry. Thinking backwards out loud. But again, a blending of their charts. So a lot can shift when we add the element of the hour again as well. So I would say create a fire outdoors today. Sit in the sun, write, sing, use your authentic voice, metal and the fire elements. So the sound of the metal and the fire sounds as well. Those tones are in the show notes. For Sammy the snake and for the heat of fire. Sometimes I don't know if you can hear me, but how do we navigate our soul's harmonic, our net worth, the worth we have in our chalice? This is when we utilize our ability to lead, to be self-led, be the leader of our own selves, being responsible. It's kind of a scratchy, serious energy. So you may be feeling the weight of all those responsibilities on your shoulders. This reminds me of the god Atlas. Oh boy, don't want to go down there, but you may be feeling like, creating a list of all the tasks at hand. Maybe they're longer than your short-term memory plan. I don't know, but feeling like you are under pressure, our day is like not rooted, not seen. So connecting to our emotional field is really an asset for us today. So I would say go be in nature, the chalice of our garden. We have the queen of manifestations. And in doing so, this channel becomes clear, less muddled with our thoughts. Or just connect with spirit, our personal streams, our acumen, our light, our fire, the star that we all are, really. Anything that merges the body, the mind, the spirit, and also the soul energetically, then we become centered, ready for the door to open, the cosmic merchant, if you will. So are you aware of what aspects within yourself that you repress, that are repressing your innate value or oppressing it? You may be seeing those thread lines. It's time to align, cleanse, time to heal, innovate, restore to our original divine blueprint. The rising of the origin is actually coming soon. Putting all that together, just promoting our inner self-worth, our inner values, how we value ourselves, where we authentically, naturally promote ourselves. That even came up in the cards today. So it really is time and a day to release the past, especially if it's pulling the wind from our sails or the rug out from underneath our feet. So promote what does raise your frequency, your vibration in the field of knowing that we are worthy and taking the initiative to raise our self-value, our innate inner garden, and utilizing our feelings as the barometer. Feel into the ways that we are levitating our inner values. So the queen knows, she always knows, innovating that inside voice, the four of voices today. So really be ready to commit to the changes that we authentically believe about ourselves. So it's like, what does our heart believe in our chalice? And just diving deep in that, taking the deep dive, identifying our assets, our worth in all the things, how we relate to ourselves, how we treat ourselves. So anything that's unworthy to our soul is authenticated and allow it to go. So it must go. It's like cleansing these cobwebs in the closet of literally what no longer fits. So I would say with our higher octaves open, the outer energetic centers, the earth star, matching right up with the queen of materials, our third eye, literally may be the beacon today, visions, colorful visions. It's time to take out the trash of those insights that are no longer resonating with our soul's responsibility and our leadership channel, our authority of who we are, being our own inner authority. We are our own architect of our own design on so many levels, the elementals, the subtle realms, the realms themselves, dimension. So it's time to take it to the unlimited, infinite possibilities out on that highway, knowing that personal growth is unlimited as well. Just being thankful, being grateful, seeing how far that we have really come, especially through the last 2 years. That's why I got the download for this meditation I'm going to be doing. But I would affirm that I am seeing my personal growth, taking the cosmic elevator to my original self-worth. What a blessing to say that out loud. So again, make it a magical day, and InShalla and Ashe, I will see you on the other side. Blessings.